Hey guys and gals, it is Alphahunter with Alphahunter Tactical Designs, and I'm going to be doing a little review on a knife that I received from a good friend of mine yesterday. I haven't really had a chance to carry it a lot. Had it on me yesterday and some today, and so far it's just been very, very impressive. Became friends with Dalibor Bergam on Blade forums several months back, and just got to talking to him and sharing some of my experiences with him that I've had in the last year and a half with knife making and working with knife makers, predominantly Jake Hoback and Peter Rosenti, and just shared some of my experiences, and he and I got to talking, and he asked me to try out one of his knives. And the knife that I've seen him build on the forums, on the USN and Blade forums, it's been very impressive, and I've enjoyed watching his work in progress threads, and I've really enjoyed watching the knife come to floration. And so you can imagine, seeing it from start to finish, and then getting one in my hands yesterday. It's been really, really a treat. And Dalibor's over in Croatia, and so he's a pretty good distance away, and but he makes sure that you get your product or his product in your hands safely. He does a very good job boxing and packaging the knife up. Came in a box full of messy, I say messy, but your packaging material that gets everywhere, but does such a good job of protecting your precious item. And Dalibor did a very good job, and I hope, Dalibor, that I'm pronouncing your name correctly. We've only talked on emails and on the forums, but he did it. Great presentation. He sends this nice card. He named the model that I have, the Regulus. It's got .220 CPM 3V, which I love. You guys know I love overbuilt knives. And then he went with a .160 titanium slabs on both sides for the frame lock. And it's a great knife. And for a guy that hasn't been making folders that long, it's very impressive. Let me get to the knife. Bam. I mean, this thing is a beast. And I'm all about overbuilt. I wish I could have had this to take the show off for him at Blade. He just, unfortunately wasn't able to get it to me in time, but I was more than happy to display this beautiful piece of art at Blade, and beautiful it is. I mean, he's just done a really good job. I mean, I'm blown away that this guy's been making knives for a very short period of time. He's a perfectionist. And forgive my hands, it's not dirt. We have Vacation Bible School this week, and tonight we made tie-dye t-shirts, and I can't get this stuff out. but anyways, back to the knife. It is a beauty, and it's buttery smooth. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Look at that. The ergonomics on this knife are great. Jimping where it needs to be on the top and in the back. So you have plenty of support if you're doing a reverse grip, or if you're doing a forward fencing grip, and if you need to work up close. Love the spider hole and the position of the spider hole. And it's not really a big spider hole. Just the right size for the style of the blade. It's not too big. And it opens up buttery smooth. Let me set this knife down and talk. One of the things that I noticed about this knife is it comes tuned very tight. And that's a good thing. When you get a knife, you don't want it to be too easy to open and close. You want to be able to, you want to know that it's a tight, solid built knife, and that it is a, you want to be able to work the action in yourself, and this knife is smooth. And I know that over time it's going to get even smoother. Look at the lockup. Nice early lockup. Look at that. It's just going to get better over time. Not too early, not too late. Just right. He's got his logo on there, which I think is very cool. He put a very nice orange pill finish on the titanium, and I'm very impressed with this. And then look at the pivot. Nice and thick. Look at that. That blade. Look at that. Stop. That's not going anywhere. Nice and thick. Just like I like it. This knife is my style of knife. The blade, I believe, is 4 inches long. I haven't measured this with a measuring tape yet, but I've put it next to some of my knives that I carry, like my SMF and the new A15 that we're doing, that I'm doing with Jake, the Alpha Grind A15, and it's very comparable in size. There's the A15, and I'm getting ready to do a video on that. They're about the same size. And guys, I'm on my iPhone, so sorry for the poor quality. Move that out of the way. But this knife is just a great knife. .220 CPM 3V. I mean, come on. You guys know what that's about. That's just awesome. I mean, this will go through a cinder block. I've watched Brady on Monkey's Edge take 3V knives, Striders, and just go to town with cinder blocks of concrete with 3V knives, and they're not this thick. I mean, this is a folder and it's .220. So that's impressive in itself, and it's razor sharp. Let me try to get a better view. It's just not working with me. But he did a great job. It's sharp, guys. It's a sharp knife. He even marked on there 3V for you. Nice little touch. I know this video is not the best, but it's late. I wasn't going to do one tonight because I'm tired and I've been gone all day, but you guys deserve to see this knife, and I'm actually going to take some pretty pictures tomorrow of it outside and do some size comparisons with some other knives that you're more familiar with, just so you can see the differences. And like I said, he, .160 Ti, .220, 3V. I mean, this is a knife I'd take in a battle. If I had to go overseas and do some work, I would take this knife with me in a heartbeat, and I would trust my life with this knife. It is built. There's no blade play, none, zero. Lockup is solid. Lockup is tight, and it's something that I would have worked with a guy to have built. I mean, this is the type of knife that I design. This is the type of knife that I have built by the knife makers I do business with. And Dalibor, you did a great job. I mean, you just knocked it out of the ballpark. And it goes in nice. Watch this. Look at this. See? It's tight. It's not coming out. It's just a well-built knife, guys. He said he got his inspiration from Strider, and I believe it. I mean, brother, for making knives as little as you have for the time that you've been making them, you can make a knife for me all day long. Bravo, buddy. And if you can get lucky enough to get on his list to get one, by all means, Alphahunter approves this message. Pick up one of these knives. They're amazing. His quality is great. I mean, I'm just blown away by it. And he's got the same. He does a very similar acid stone wash that Jake does. Looks really good. Very similar to the Jake Hoback style, the acid wash. The blade, I probably could have oiled it and it would have looked a little bit better, but it is very similar to what Jake does, and it looks good. It looks good with the orange pilled titanium. And Dalibor, I'm a fan, and brother, maybe you and I can do a collaboration here in the near future because I like your work. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was poor quality, but hey man, it's on an iPhone. At least you get to see the knife in action. You get to hear me talking about it, and you get to hear it. I mean, it's smooth. I own a lot of customs, Kingdom Armory, Hinder, Striders, my designs with my guys, Peter Zenti and Jake Hoback. And guys, this is a well-built knife. The pocket clip is custom. and it also keeps you from going too far back if you happen to run into that situation with your frame lock. So it's positioned perfectly on the frame, and it's a good, it rides nice in the pocket. All right, guys, have a good night. God bless.